Hey, everybody. We are live at Paste Studios right now with Dashboard Confessional. Chris, thank you for being here, man. It's great to see you again.
I'm so happy to be back. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, dude, of course. It's been a total pleasure showing you around the tape archive again and checking out the Clash and the John Coltrane and all that stuff. It's always awesome to show it to people who clearly deeply care about this stuff. So.
I'm blissing out on them and also like lamenting the fact that all of mine were just burned in a fire.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So, it's nice to see them being safely kept.
Yes, yeah, we will keep these guys from getting crispy. So congratulations to you, because on Friday, 3 of the iconic Dashboard albums were re-released, reimagined, and re-released. The project is Now Is Then Is Now, and it was a re-release of A Mark, A Mission, A Brand, A Scar from 03, Dusk and Summer from 06, and Alter the Ending from 09. And we are going to hear a song from each one of those albums today. Can you tell us what you're starting out with?
Yeah, how about we go in reverse order? We'll go back in time.
Outstanding.
I'll start with, it seems right to start with the first song on the last record, Alter the Ending. This song called Get Me Right. And do I just jump into it and start playing?
Yes, please.
Okay, here it goes.
Take from me my disbelief. I know it should come easily, but it remains inside of me. It battles and devours me. It cuddles up beside of me. In whispers it convinces me I'm right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man. Got applause from behind the curtain as well.
I did it.
That doesn't always happen.
Good.
So this seems like a perfect environment for this arrangement. And can we talk a little bit about what made you the beginnings of the project were similar to this, right? You and a guitar and the songs.
You know, my career started this way. I was in a band called Further Seems Forever, and we were kind of a mathy, post-hardcore band, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it. But there was just this piece of me that wanted to play simplified songs in a really organic way. With just a simple piece of wood in your voice, can't get much simpler. I didn't know it was going to turn into my career, but it did. And the evolution of it was such that the first two records are largely, the first one is simply me and an acoustic guitar, and the second one has a few tracks that have some drums and some bass on there. My friends joined in. But by the time I got to Mark a Mission, and then Dusk and Summer, and then Alter the Ending, I had a full-fledged band, and for various reasons, I steered away from the path I started on. And so there was two things that went on in my mind, like that led to me doing this session, the now is then is now session, and then is now is then, or now is then is now. I've seen it written every different way.
That sounds right.
On this, so partially it was that, what if I had stayed the course and presented these songs as I originally had, just being a guitar? What's in them? I wanted to discover that. That was particular to Mark a Mission. But at the time it got to Dusk and Summer, I started to have a lot of well-intentioned advice that I was eager to receive, because I want to grow and learn, as every musician does. And but looking back, I'm not sure it was the most useful advice to me then. Change the lyrics was a lot of it. It was what I got a lot, and what they were desirous of was lyrics that were less personal. But my whole bag is to kind of go out there and bear it all, in a personal fashion. So like I was encouraged to jettison whole lyrics and rewrite things, or jettison whole arrangements and rearrange things, or make things third person when they were first person experiences. That was the toughest, most weird one. But I was eager to learn and see if it was truly possible to connect with people more deeply by doing that. And I don't think that was the case. So I decided I would just go down, and it was kind of a personal exercise. I didn't know whether I'd release these things or not when I started recording them. It was more about kind of discovering where there was more song in that song. And in doing so, I discovered some of the original lyrics, and I used those instead, which I'm now like messing up a lot. Like I'll start singing the original lyrics, my original lyrics, not you, the listener's lyric. That version that you got out there in the world, that's the original to you, but to me it's something different. I keep like singing half and half. I haven't quite gotten to figure out how to memorize one entirely. But
so did you end up going back and using the third person in some cases?
It's been switched from first person to third person. So I did go back, and I used first person in some cases, and just that switch, like, yes, this is, and it was just, it's a strange thing, Of course, it should have occurred to me, but it didn't. When I listen to a song and a singer says, I feel this way, what I hear is me. I feel this way, not he or she feels this way.
Right. Was it easier to slide into the third person, writing about a thing that happened 15 years ago, to be able to see, even though it happened to you, that was a different person 15 years ago when that was written?
No, it was like I'd been dying to be in the first person. I'd been singing these songs since they were recorded in the third person, as I was encouraged to do, and it almost felt right the whole time, but it didn't all the way feel right. And then as soon as I just switched those few things, I mean, in some cases the lyrics were absolutely entirely different, like completely different stories, different experiences, that they were deemed too personal. I guess for a broad market, but I don't think that's where we live. I don't think Dashboard lives in the world of a broad market. I think we're lucky that the niche we're in is pretty darn big, but it's a niche, and it's a niche I'm proud to be a part of. And though I learned a lot and I'm happy with the experience, I think I'm even happier that I'm free to accept now that to live out on the fringe of things is kind of a special place to be.
Well, dude, we're proud to have you here. It's always great to see you. It's
Thank
been
you.
a total pleasure having you here this afternoon. Is the second song that you're gonna play was the person shifted from first to third? Is this one of those tunes that was retooled?
This is one that I stood my ground fiercely on. However, it was one that was released on the album, and then the label said, if you made that song faster, that's a single. So we re-recorded it, and then they put it on the next pressing of the record. So I brought it back to the original tempo, and it just changes the tenor of the whole thing. It becomes more. Well, I won't tell you what it becomes. You'll either feel it or you won't. If I did my job, you'll feel something different.
All right.
So let's do something off the. Let's see. We'll do it off Dusk and Summer. I'll do Stolen, and I'll do it slower, like I originally intended.
We watch the season pull up its own stakes and catch the last weekend of the last week before the gold and the glimmer have been replaced. Another sun-soaked season fades away. You have stolen my heart. You have stolen my heart. Invitation only, grand farewells. Crash the best one of the best ones. Clear liquor and cloudy eyed. Too early to say goodnight. You have stolen my heart. You have stolen my heart. And from the ballroom floor,
Wow, man, that thing really, really resonates.
It's got something.
Yeah. You seem like a particularly empathetic sort of a dude. So hopefully this has this hits the right way. But Allison Bankos from the internet says this will be my fiance's first dance wedding song played this way. Thank you for playing this.
Oh,
so
that's-
it's sometimes easy to forget that for this audience of 3 people in this room, that there are a ton of real people on the other side of those lenses.
That's pretty
and
incredible. They're gonna dance. That's really an honor. What
Yeah.
a thing. What a thing. Can you believe that? That's
How
some
cool.
song I wrote.
Congratulations, Allison, and that's
yeah,
awesome.
congratulations,
Dude, that's
Allison.
awesome.
Yeah, that's the real takeaway right there.
Yeah. Can we talk about that guitar? Can we talk about guitars in general? Start off with that Martin. Maybe. See, I don't know. Is the most interesting thing about that guitar? What you were telling me about the Willie Trigger style hole in it.
So I would say this. This is my most fruitful guitar. It has all the songs hidden in here. It is something special. I didn't get it until after the places you've come to fear the most. I didn't have a guitar worth the strings that were on it up until then, and I finally had enough loot that I could go out and buy a guitar that I coveted, and that was this guitar. It's a kind of an older Martin 018. And I bought it, and it was pretty pristine, but I overstrike a lot. I play overstrike means I'll hit this top and bottom with my stroke of my guitar, of my hand, and pick up, dig in. And over the years, I was carving away at the guitar, but I was unwilling to part with it to ever have it repaired.
Yeah, you must be very, very comfortable with that particular
I'm so comfortable
groove
with
in
this
the
guitar. I'm
instrument.
also so deeply appreciative of this guitar. I really believe it has. There's magic in this thing. It's hiding songs. I mean, it's there. It's always there, delivering for me. So, I am endorsed by Martin. So they've made me guitars. They've sent me guitars. They're incredibly generous at Martin. And they also care about the guitars of theirs that are out in the world. So when they saw my guitar with this hole almost all the way through, they said, bring it in. We're going to sort that out for you. We're going to fix it. And I was like, yeah, okay, which I had no intention of ever doing. So I kept putting them off for a solid year. And then I was on tour, and they sent one of the biggest guys I've ever seen outside of going to WWE. This guy's a monster. And he had a loaner guitar in hand, and he said, I'll be taking that guitar to fix today. And I said, yes, you will.
Yeah, sure. Here's my social security number, too.
Yeah.
Whatever, fine.
Indeed. You want any of the other ones? Trying to give him stuff that isn't even mine. I was just this guy's going to get it right. And, of course, they did a wonderful job. And I'm in the process of wrecking it again. But I know they're out there ready to save it.
Awesome. I know we were talking a little bit offline about the David Gilmour auction that just happened. The auctioned off 160 or something guitars at Christie's over the weekend.
Yeah.
Are you in the market right now for anything? I would assume you're always in the market. You're always buying, selling, trading. Is there anything in particular that you have your eye on right now?
No, I found my thing. I have the Martins that they've sent me are terrific. And then I play Nash guitars. They're a boutique company out of Washington State, and I use a Telecaster style based on the 52 Telecaster, and it really is like Leo Fender's alive and well, and like building guitars by hand. I've never played a guitar that isn't 50 years old that feels like this. Interestingly, David Gilmour. I mean, these are newer built guitars. He had some. He had one of them, and it sold for like $60,000. I mean, it's all for a good cause, and it's a great guitar. But I don't think mine would fetch $60,000.
Don't sell yourself short, man. A Carrabba auction at Christie's would do all right. I would go to it.
Yeah, take away 2 zeros, 3 maybe, probably 3.
Got the telly with the serial number 0002.
Yeah. That I wrote myself in Sharpie, this might help.
Well, dude, thank you again for coming in and doing this. You're doing 3 songs off of, in case you're just joining us, the project is Now Is Then Is Now, and it's a re-release and reimagination of 3 Dashboard albums. They all just came out on Friday, were re-released and reimagined, re-recorded, and came out Friday. And can you tell us what you're going to do third and last today?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I was playing this song. It's a song called As Lovers Go, and it's on a Mark Commissioner Brenda Scar. And I played it at a meet and greet where it was a small room like this. So it's just some people that came to say hello, and I played them a song. And it felt a lot like what I would have done if the song was on The Places You've Come to Fear the Most or Swiss Army Romance. And I think it was the key to the lock that I, then I was chasing this thing for a while in my mind. It took a while before I got there to the actual starting line, but the way the song came out that day rang a bell, and it started mixed metaphors, but it really struck a chord, and it stayed with me until I just kept going and did 3 albums worth of re-recording. So I'll play that because it was the beginning of this. This is As Lovers Go.
She said, I've gotta be honest, you're wasting your time if you're fishing round here. And I said, you must be mistaken, I'm not fooling, this feeling is real. She said, you've gotta be crazy, what do you take me for? Some kind of easy mark. You've got wits, you've got looks, you've got passion, but I swear that you got me all wrong. All wrong. All wrong. You've got me. I'll be true, I'll be useful, I'll be cavalier, I'll be yours, my dear, and I'll be long to you if you just let me through. This is easy as lovers go, so don't complicate it by hesitating. This is wonderful as love goes. This is tailor-made. What's the sense in waiting? And I said, I've gotta be honest, I've been waiting for you all of my life. For so long I thought I was a silent bound, but just seeing you makes me think twice. And being with you here makes me sane. I fear I'll go crazy if you leave my side. You got weights, you got looks, you got passion, but are you brave enough to leave with me tonight? Tonight. Tonight. You've got me. I'll be true, I'll be useful, I'll be cavalier, I'll be yours, my dear, and I'll be long to you if you just let me through. This is easy as lovers go, so don't complicate it by hesitating. This is wonderful as loving goes. This is tailor this is tailor-made. What's the sense in waiting?
All right, Chris, thank you for coming and doing this, man. We appreciate it very much. It's always great to see you. And seriously, if you ever find yourself in Midtown with a half hour to kill, come out and geek out about mics with Bob, geek out about tapes with me, and,
I would love to.
and
You
come
know I
hang
would love
out
to.
anytime, man. And travel safely, please. You've got a number of dates coming up. What do people see when they? So you're playing. You just played Firefly. You're playing Summerfest in Milwaukee on July 5th. You're at Riot Fest in Chicago, September 13th through the 15th, and then there's Western European dates through November. What do people see on this tour? Are you doing dates solo? Or are you doing? Is it always full band, or what do people see
The
this summer?
European tour is going to be solo.
Cool.
And I think that's when I'm going to start seeing how these songs live in the world, you know, with other people in the room that may have heard it.
Sweet. Well, the three of us in this room and the thousands that just saw it on the internet enjoyed it very much in this configuration. So thanks again for sharing it with us, and best of luck on Now Is Then Is Now. The 3 albums were just re-released on Friday. So, dude, thanks again for doing this.
Thank you. This is wonderful. Thank you.